Sitting on the front porch in the early morning breeze. Sitting on our front porch, just an old friend and me. Drink a little coffee, read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on a front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Good Tuesday morning. Kind of chilly outside, 41 degrees. And welcome into the front porch. I'm not Kenny Dean. I'm Scott Blake. Kenny will be here in just a few seconds. But wanted to go ahead and greet you guys this morning and hope you're having a good morning so far. Get you a cup of coffee. I got mine. And I hear the master himself walking back in, but I think we got us a guy, a special preacher here on the line here in just a second. We'll be talking to him, but now he's out here.
Oh, good morning. I had to get me some coffee, man. I'm running a little bit late this morning.
I know he's been dragging.
Reverend Josh Salmons, good Tuesday morning to you.
Hey, good morning. You almost didn't get it out, did you?
Well, I was running a little bit. I was here, but I wasn't here. Hey, I want to go ahead and mention now the weather. It could be a factor tonight, and we just need to be careful. We need to check on our loved ones, because especially the wind. That's what they're looking at. We may hear from Jason Moran this morning about the weather. So we're here. I didn't mean to take away from the thought for the day, but I think people need to be weather aware today.
Absolutely. Safety is always first. So yeah.
Have you
Reminder.
Have you ever been in a service? Have you ever been conducting a service, Reverend, and whether a tornado hit or anything during the service?
No, sir.
Okay.
My first church that I served was at New Concord, down in the Dadeville area, and
right.
We had those bad tornadoes come through in 2011 during that time.
Yes, sir.
That was pretty close. We had a service a few days afterwards, and I've been in funerals where it got pretty rough, but no, thank goodness I've never been in a service that we, got hit by bad weather. But,
well,
if I continue to do this long enough, there'll be a situation.
Well, I know with where we live, living in Alabama, it being March, the winds start coming in. It's that time,
That's right.
It happens every year. We've had snow in March. We've had snow in April, but I think they're talking about some really gusty winds tonight, and that's what concerns me. So, but we are glad that you're. Yes, sir. We are glad that you're.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Hey, I guess, did you hear that Dolly Parton's husband went on in?
I did.
Yesterday?
I sure did. He was 82. Carl Dean was 82 years old, and boy, they've been married for a long time. So our heart and prayers go out to Dolly Parton and that family. They had no children.
Yeah. That's Carl Dean. Was that his last name?
Well, his last name was.
Ken, do you?
Well,
or is his last name Parton?
You know what? He wanted to be kin me, and I said, I just can't take that away from you, Carl. I said, you married into it, so you got to think about Dolly Parton. She has been a successful lady, not just in her singing and writing, but in what she's done for the state of Tennessee, children. So she's the real deal.
Yeah, she is. Does a lot of philanthropic things. But, back in 1969, she wrote a famous song, recorded it in 1971. You may remember a song, made her a lot of money, called A Coat of Many Colors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. That has a biblical tie-in.
Yes, sir.
In Genesis chapter 37, I'm preaching a series on Joseph, fascinating character in the Old Testament. But in Genesis chapter 37, Joseph receives a coat of many colors from his father Jacob, and that was interesting because Jacob gave Joseph that coat of many colors, and that was symbolic of two things. Number one, it was symbolic of Joseph's elevated position in the family, which was unusual because he wasn't the oldest, and he kind of was skipped over the lineage of his older brothers. So it's symbolic of his position, but it also signified something else that was more troubling. It symbolized partiality. Yes, Joseph was Jacob's favorite. It says in Genesis chapter 37, verse 3, it says, "Now Israel," which is Jacob, "loved Joseph more than all his children because he was the son of his old age. And he also made him a tunic or a coat of many colors." And as we see this, this is just, I think, a reminder for parents, for those of us who have employees. I think it's a reminder from a professional standpoint or a personal standpoint that we need to be careful about showing partiality. You know, the Bible says in Romans 2, verse 11, that there's no partiality with God. And so we need to be careful. This situation with Joseph caused a lot of problems, a lot of jealousy, a lot of pain, a lot of dysfunction, because Jacob showed partiality to Joseph. And it will in our families or our companies as well. So as believers, we need to be careful to not show partiality. I'll leave you with one final verse in James chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "My brethren, do not hold the faith of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory, with partiality."
You talk about Joseph being a character, Reverend. If you think about Joseph in the Bible, you think about Alexander City, you think about Hatfield, you think about New Site, you think about Dable. There are characters that have made up those communities, those towns, and they always will be characters. There's little characters being, brought up right now, then they'll take the place of the older characters. so I guess everybody got a Joseph in their community, don't they?
Well, yeah, and Joseph, he was coddled. He was Jacob's favorite, but Joseph went on to he ended up to save his people. Joseph, as you study the story of Joseph from Genesis chapter 37 to Genesis chapter 50, Joseph ended up saving Israel from the famine. He actually saved Egypt. So he is a Old Testament type of the Lord Jesus Christ, the one to come in the New Testament. And so he went on to do great things. I tell you who the character was. It was Jacob and him and his brother Esau. If you really want to get into the Old Testament and find some characters, look at Uncle Esau. He was the character, and I think you're right. We probably, if we think about it, we all got an Uncle Esau somewhere. So one thing we have to understand when reading the Old Testament, particularly, that it is not a lot of those stories. It's a narrative. It's not prescriptive. It's descriptive. It's describing man and his quest to be redeemed. And, of course, that was fulfilled with our Savior Jesus Christ in the New Testament. So, yeah, just, the Old Testament, there's a lot of hair-raising stories in there, but they all show how the goodness of God and how thankful we should be for God's grace in sending His Son, Jesus Christ, to save us.
That's
right.
That's the bottom line. But Esau, I just love that name, right? I love a lot of old names. I love a lot of biblical names, but Esau is just one that just kind of sticks with you.
Oh, yeah.
My friend, thank you so much for a great thought for the day, for touching us, to remind us there are characters in all of our areas. You have a good day. Be safe. Again, we hope to hear from you early in the morning, and with no issues early in the morning to talk about, except
sounds great. Look forward to talking to y'all on Wednesday. I'll be blessed, and we'll talk to you later.
All right,
have a good one. See
Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Reverend Josh Salmons, Rocky Creek, getting our day started. Let me see what the weather's look like. I know Andy Tucker's out there right now. I'm hearing from him already, but I'm just looking. In fact, let's talk about the weather. We're starting out this morning, not near as chilly as it was yesterday morning. 77 for high. We're starting at 48, mostly cloudy right now. 77 for a high. Now, later on in the afternoon, it's really going to get windy. Later on in the night, it's going to get real windy. Thunderstorms, 100% chance, low of 54. And I guess right now, Ryan, if you don't mind while we got that there, I've got a message from Dr. Reyes as far as Alex City schools. They're looking at the weather tonight. It shouldn't affect the school tomorrow. So right now, the school will conduct as normal, but they will be monitoring it. I'm looking right now at the time frames. It's going to come in later tonight, 8 o'clock and on by 1, 2, by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It should be all out of here. There's a lot of areas. Kelton Civic Complex will open for severe weather. You got the FEMA rooms over in Camp Hill, Davidson, Hacknell, and Union, New Site Fire Department, basement. So Jackson Gap Town Hall. So if we get any other updates, we may hear from Jason Moran this morning, our EMA director of Tallapoosa County, to kind of get us updated on the rest of the weather. So the rest of the night, looking like tomorrow. Tomorrow gonna be nice. Now, whenever rain and wind, all that moves out. 61 and 37. Great weather for a route now tomorrow. Thursday, 61 and 40, sunny. I'm loving it. Friday, 73 and 57. Saturday, chance of rain Saturday, 73 and 47, then 66 and 44. So really not a bad weather report other than tonight. Just be ready for it. Alex City Marine, they are ready for you today. I'm talking about Alex City Marine. They are located on Cherokee Road, and they are getting in new boats, brand new ones. But you know what? They got some boats right now. We got a used tag on them. That used tag says, sell me, sell me, sell me. And I'm talking about they got the sale on it. Go see them today. Lake Martin, Dadeville Area Chamber of Commerce. You do a lot with the Lake Martin, Dadeville Chamber of Commerce. You're a member.
I'm a member. I am. I'm an individual member down there. They've got a lot going on all the time. Rhonda Gaskins, she's the president or chairperson, whatever the official title is. Trey Foshee, I think he's coming into the next year. He's on their board and their executive committee down there. They've got always got something going on. Dadeville Chamber of Commerce is a working bunch of folks.
Serving East Central Alabama since 2005, we are Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical of Sylacauga. Coosa Valley Respiratory has medical equipment and supplies, including oxygen to home ventilation services. We carry a full line of bracing, power chairs, scooters, and more. And when you trust Coosa Valley Respiratory, you are dealing with local people that care about your well-being. Providing quality home care for our community, Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort William, Sylacauga. Give us a call at 256-245-1411.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Alexander City Arts Council is thrilled to bring exceptional performances to our community. February 13th, comedian Rex Havens performs his one-man, family-friendly show, Women and Children First. The season closes March 12th with Emmett Cahill performing Irish classics and the best of traditional Irish repertoire, as well as Broadway hits. Save the dates for Women and Children First on February 13th and Emmett Cahill on March 12th. Visit alexcityarts.org for ticket info.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379. Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, home-owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging to help keep your medicines organized.
Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, late t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449. Floyd's Feed and Seed in downtown Dayville, family owned and operated. Floyd's Feed and Seed has a great selection of Carhartt for all ages, starting out with the youngest. Now, if you're looking for boots, check out this selection. All shapes and sizes, Montana jewelry and pine straw year-round. More gift selections on both sides of the road. Miss Faye and the family invite you in today for Floyd's Feed and Seed, downtown Dayton.
The new owners of Stillwater's Country Club want to welcome you to play the area's premier course at Stillwater's with our new rate. Now, play for only $35 per 18 during the week and only $40 for the weekend. Stillwater's Golf is ready to give you the area's best golf experience, and many upgrades are coming, including a lighted range and course expansion. Meet the new staff and enjoy $35 per 18 Monday through Friday and $40 on the weekends. All at Stillwater's Country Club in Dadeville.
Come on back in here, Jones. We got Dr. Eric Tyler coming out here in a little bit. I think he might be talking about measles. I ain't heard anything about measles in a while.
It just keeps popping up, you know.
Well, so I look forward to him being out here. The director of the Cancer Center, my neighbor and my friend, they called him Bad Master Son. He come in here on his cane, George Miranda. He was walking around on a cane yesterday.
What's wrong?
He said his knees hurt. I think he's just using that cane just to look cool.
Yeah,
we'll
be.
find out.
Could be.
Galen Grace with the Montgomery Rodeo will be in here at 7:30 today. We've got the rodeo coming up this month down in Montgomery, Alabama. Hey, I want to talk about Connie McDaniel. Connie McDaniel has been at Total Fitness for a while. Celebrate with us at she won the Employee of the Quarter, and I'm out there a lot. I can see how she won that. Thankful for Connie's LPTA that has something to do with what she does at Total Fitness. She has 27 years at Russell Medical, and patients adore her, and I sincerely believe that. And her husband there, see, that's David Mack right there.
I know. I was wondering, that character beside her, good gracious.
I saw his daddy yesterday, and he got that hair. You can stand there and talk to him for a while, and you'll see it grow 2 or 3 inches.
I saw him last night.
Congratulations.
I saw Mr. Stick last night over at Grace Point Church.
I think the world of him.
They invited me over, and I sang that they have a revival this week. So Reverend Farron Golden over there invited me to come over, and I was standing at the back door up there greeting folks with my Uncle George up there.
Gorgeous George.
And Mr. McDaniel walked in, and, you know.
He had shorts on and pants?
He had on pants, but they were talking about George's hair and my hair, or lack of. And he said, I saw your buddy Kenny today, and he told me while he was talking to me, my hair grew 3 inches.
I've never seen anything like it in my life. And I have always thought the world, every one of them.
They're
almost every one of them. Hey, don't forget about tonight, the Duncan Memorial right down the road. They'll be hosting a free pancake supper from 5 to 6:30 at Duncan Memorial. So put that on your things to do today. Tomorrow, our guest, Robert Reams, will be out here with us tomorrow telling stories. Another storyteller, a historical storyteller, Danny Hayes at 7:30. somebody from Russell Medical. I'll be getting with Magic Man, Mabry Cook on that tomorrow. You said of course, we got the pancake breakfast coming up this month too.
Right. The pancake breakfast.
No, the steak supper.
Oh yeah, we did the.
There's been thing going on out here.
You're confusing me already.
We're going to feed you.
Yeah, the Kiwanis Steak Auction is March 13th over at Russell Marine. 5:30, the doors open. We'll have lots of good auction items, live and silent. You'll get a nice filet steak dinner.
A filet?
Yeah.
Wow.
We don't play. We filet. And
I like that.
I can rhyme sometimes.
Man, look at Dr. Tyler. He got his hair all fixed and everything when he came in this morning. Way to go, buddy.
So tickets are $60. You can reserve a table if you get 8 tickets together. We'd love to go ahead and put your name on a table.
Good.
And all the proceeds go for the children here in our community. Kiwanis Club, that's all we do is raise money for the kids here. Every dime we make stays right here in our community.
Thank y'all for what you do. Hey, Elks, if you like frog legs, you can hop on down. So I got that from Scott.
You stole that, didn't you?
I stole that. Grilled shrimp, backed by Popular Man, and also frog legs this coming Friday night with a special guest grilled shrimp. So I guess that's I like that.
But the guest is grilled shrimp.
Yeah, that's what they say. If my teeth are working pretty good about that root canal tomorrow, I'm gonna go down and get me some frog legs. I love frog legs. Not had them in a long time. That's the Elks Lodge this coming Friday night. That's when they usually do a big cooking down there on Friday night. Dearly departed, we had folks out here. Yes, Keith Garrett, Patty Smith on talking about the Dearly Departed, the Act 2 comical movie or comical play that's coming up 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. When was the last time you were in a play, Scott Blake?
Gosh, a play. I've done musicals, which are just plays with music in it, I guess. But I don't know. It's been a long time. 25 years ago, probably.
Auburn travels to Texas A&M tonight.
8 o'clock.
To take on the Aggies out there in basketball. Then they got one more game.
That's right. We got a good one on Saturday. The Iron Bowl of basketball.
You're singing the national anthem there?
I am.
Not your first rodeo?
This not my first one, but for some reason this one is. I'm nervous about this one. I'm nervous because it's such a big. I mean, it's a huge game. Alabama and Auburn both are. You know, Auburn's a top seed in the tournament. Alabama, if they were to beat us, they'd probably move up into a top seed. Right now, they're a 2 seed. But it's
after the loss, probably from Tennessee.
Yeah, they were. But good gracious, it's a huge game. It'll be packed out. Tickets, like regular old tickets, are going for $1,000 a piece right now on StubHub, which
that's a lot of chicken wings.
Yeah, you can go to most other SEC schools right now and get in for $45. You know, but $1,000, $1,200. I don't see it. Told Cindy I may sell her ticket. They give me a couple of tickets to sing.
I'd sell them.
Yeah,
I wouldn't show up.
We could have a party, you know.
Hey, children. Of course, this is a read across America this week. Dr. Seuss is one of my favorite characters of all times. But you can wear your pajamas. So if you see kids getting out of off the school bus, out of cars with pajamas on, you probably see some teachers with pajamas on. It's okay. So
we're talking about Walmart. Or we're talking about school.
Well, golly.
I'm sorry.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that 100%. Hey, Citizens Public Academy classes begin today. 10-week program every Tuesday night, 6 to 8. It's free. This is something the Alexander City, our own city, does for our community. Take advantage of it. We'll be right back. Salvation Army, of course, they're located on Highway 280, 6800 US 280. They've been there for a while. But let me tell you what they got going on today. If you're looking for just stuff. I'm talking about just like really nice hutches, I guess you call it, with a mirror, really nice, and then another like a board, a wooden board to hang stuff on. They got it. Pots and pans, like I keep bringing up, they got it. Lamps of all types, but they don't have my George Dickel lamp down there, and I got me a black shade for it now. They got it. And couches and sofas, and I don't know what the difference is. Check it out. Salvation Army, 6800 US 280.
I'm Jimmy Goree with Goree's Furniture. We would like to invite you to come shop our huge selection of furniture. But if you don't have time, we have over 2,000 items you can have shipped directly to your home. Go to GoreesFurniture.com, look for 48-hour quick ship. Shop, click, ship, it's just that easy. You can shop us here, or you can shop us online, only at Gorees Furniture.
Your expressway to saving.
Zion Memorial Funeral Home and Crematory, located 1881 Goodwater Highway, Sylacauga, Alabama, is one of the fastest growing funeral homes in the area. We are pleased to announce the grand opening of our crematory, an expansion that allows us to offer traditional services as well as cremations starting at $8.99, serving Talladega, Coosa, Clay, Tallapoosa, Elmore, and the surrounding region. That's Zion Memorial Funeral Home and Crematory, 256-245-1454.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting. Sleepy 4, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South. Turning into Wind Creek State Park, and there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch.
At Russell Medical, we're proud of our exceptional nurses, like Nurse Brandy Worthy. Brandy represents the selfless, compassionate clinical leader patients expect and coworkers admire. Brandy was recently honored with the Nightingale Award for Nursing Excellence for her high standards, sound judgment, and caring manner. Her passion for her profession inspires us all.
Being a nurse is not just what you do, it's who you are. I'm proud to be a part of the nursing team at Russell Medical. We are the link between all hospital services, providing you with exceptional, personalized care.
At Beyond Home Care, we provide in-home care services to individuals needing assistance with activities in their daily lives. We work with each client to provide personalized home care and sitter services. Whether it's assistance with bathing and personal care or an escort to a doctor's appointment, each client receives the individual care they need with the dignity and respect they deserve. Give us a call today at 256-414-6090 or visit us online at beyondhomecareal.com.
A1 Lock and Key Service. Owner Bernie Atkinson asks you to keep his number 256-329-2539 on you at all times. Bernie has a complete locksmith service for auto, business, and residence. He is licensed, bonded, and insured with over 39 years experience. Services include sales, installation, and a 24-hour emergency service. That's what service is all about. 256-329-2539.
I love it when your 6:30 guest looks at you and says, "What time you kicking it off here?" I said, "How about right now?" Dr. Eric Tyler on the show with us this morning. Thanks for coming out here, Doc.
Kenny, it's been a long time.
It really has. You and Fran have been here you've been in practice for how long now?
Well, on July 1st,
yes, sir.
It'll be 40 years.
Wow. So you got children. Some of those children have grandchildren now.
Yes, they do.
Wow. That's the future you've seen. And one thing now was talking about Dolly Parton and her love for children and reading.
Yes,
you've
absolutely.
done the same thing for this community all these years. Was that something you saw a need for going back 40 years? Or is that just something that was on your mind at the time?
Well, Kenny, that's really a very deep question.
Coming from me?
This early in the morning, coming from you, wow.
Well, excuse me.
Your reputation is at stake here, Kenny.
I ain't got a reputation.
I'm sorry to have to give you that compliment and have people think highly of you. I will tell you that I feel like that I was trained at good places, and I think they really prepared me with the concept of a lifetime journey.
Okay.
That the most important thing I learned in medical school, people that know me very well will have heard this several times, so I apologize to all y'all who've heard this before. But the most important thing I learned at the University of Tennessee in Memphis during my 4 years there from 1977 to 1981 came from a sign in the Student Center. The sign read, and it's still there today, because this is truth. Half of what we're teaching you is wrong. We just don't know which half.
Wow.
And
what a true, wow.
Well,
Gotta be so
the
honest.
point they were trying to make to us, look, you don't know everything, and you're never going to know everything, and you're going to have to learn something every single day.
Yeah.
I think that kind of goes back to Adam and Eve. When they ate a bite of the apple of the knowledge of good and evil, God says, you're going to have to eat a bite of that tree every single day of the rest of your life if you're going to really do anything with your life. And then the whole concept of pediatrics is to be an advocate for children. We're supposed to be advocates. We're supposed to do everything we can to give them an opportunity. I do believe this is we just finished Black History Month. But I was actually alive and saw on the 5 o'clock news on CBS, Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech, which even as a young child, I was very moved by his oratorical skills. I think all of America was moved by that. But I think one of the key components of his talk was a man who can't read is going to be a slave to a man who can. It doesn't matter what color you are. It matters how educated you are. And some time ago, a long time ago, this is a phrase that I will own this the rest of my life, because this has kind of been my motto. If you want to change the evening news, we're going to have to educate our children. And I'm personally sick of the evening news. I really am. So what can we do to help our children? Well, we can do everything we can to establish early in life. Your brain at birth only weighs 8 ounces, and at 25 it's going to weigh 3 pounds. And there are things you can do all along the way to make a child feel safe and secure that would allow them to grow their brain like it ought to grow. So we have been a part of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library with the local Rotary Club. We're so blessed to have the Rotary Club that we're full supporters of that. And everybody that has a baby that comes to our practice, we sign them up. And at the 4th month of life, they start getting books. They come to their house, and if they stay with the program and tell them when they move, because the books go to the address that they have on file, well, then they wind up getting about 56 books. So that's a library. And another thing I do is I write this prescription for the parents that deliver a baby. Everyone wants to see a baby and hold a baby. Sure. And I think it ought to have a price tag. If you're going to go hold a baby for the first time, you ought to read it a book. And parents have started doing that. In fact, Kenny, I'll tell you, this is a true story. It was December one year, and there was an 18-month-old baby sitting in a mom's lap, and I was talking to the mom. He's looking at me just like I'm looking at you. And I was like, wow. You've kept this baby away from screens, haven't you? She said, yeah, I did exactly what you said. When somebody comes to my house, they have to read the baby a book. I said, well, that's great. She said, yeah, he just learned how to walk real good. So when somebody knocks on our front door or rings our doorbell, he doesn't go see us at the door. He goes to get a book. In fact, The postman had to sit on the front steps and read him a book because he was squalling with his lip hanging on the ground.
Yeah. Well,
you know, what is going to happen? That child's going to read before he gets to the 5th year life. And, you know, setting him up like that helps them be successful. So, you know, the passion of mine is reading can solve a lot of problems. Being educated solves a lot of problems. Every child in our community should have the opportunity to get the best education they possibly can. And anything we can do to support that, for all of our children here, that's an important thing because that's the future not only of our community and our state, but it's the future of our country.
You think about reading. If they've got a problem, they can read and get away from that problem. They can maybe they can read how to solve that problem.
Now you're talking like Dr. Seuss. That was one of his quotes, right?
Really?
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites. But
that is a quote of his.
Really?
All the places you can go. Yeah, that is his quote. Scott, you can look that up because I can't remember it. But that is one of his quotes.
But I read that book and what he has.
I think about. I love to go to classrooms and read to the little ones, and because I can go in there and get into the character, and I think you should get into the character. Well,
you recorded a book for us when we did a book tape. Remember?
Yeah. But I can go in there and get those kids all wound up, and I can just leave and you know leave with the teachers to deal with them. But I think you should. I've seen children sit there and listen to a person reading, and you can tell they're really getting into it, and then they get into the character themselves. And to me, that's what you should. But there's just so much for little ones to learn. They're taking it all in. You know that. It's what you've dealt with for 40 years.
Well, I will tell you during my training, they shared a very scary statistic, and that is by the 6th year of life, children have learned about 60% of what they're going to learn.
Wow.
And you just think about the distractions of screens right now.
Yeah.
You know, there's an amazing book written by Jonathan Haidt that's called The Anxious Generation. And in it, he catalogs how the people that provide social media designed it, and the people that designed gaming shared one thing in common. It's the concept that the more time we can steal from you, the more money we make. You only get to spend time and money. So why do they make Facebook have a never-ending feed? You're going to get hooked on it. And so you're putting gaming in the hands of a 3-year-old who can't tell themselves stop. Or you're putting YouTube in the hand of a 3-year-old that's going to keep feeding an algorithm that says we're just going to give you more and more and more of what you really enjoy seeing.
Wow.
You know, there's really nothing good you can say about getting away from what Jonathan Haidt calls IRL, in real life.
When would we ever get away from these, Doc?
Well,
Scott?
I can tell you a scary thing. Dr. Ann Lamberth, who's a nurse practitioner professor at Auburn University School of Nursing, we have a real close relationship with them, Dr. Linda Gibson Young and Dr. Ann Lamberth. She had a 3-year-old, ask a 3-year-old, draw me a picture of you and your mommy. And usually they draw their mom, and their mom's big, and they're right there in the picture with them. But this was a picture of a mom holding a cell phone. The child wasn't anywhere in the picture.
Wow.
You know, that's telling, isn't it?
Yeah, that's awful. That's absolutely
It's what we call
awful.
Distracted parenting.
Yeah.
It's just as dangerous as distracted driving.
Let me ask you about education today versus education a few years ago. It seems like I'm seeing more and more of trades. You know, the junior college is doing a great job on a big push because there's demand for, you know, all these trades out here that these guys and gals can make a real good living at. You can still get education with a good trade. I mean, is that opening up a can of worms you'd rather not?
No, not at all.
Because not everybody is education,
correct,
you know.
Correct. But I grew up in a farming family.
Okay.
Have a lot of respect for farmers. In fact, my grandfather was probably one of the smartest applied mathematicians you've ever met.
Wow.
He could solve physics problems in his head. He could figure out, you know, the golden ratio to put, you know, build steps or to put a slope on a roof. Fencing, how to deal with water flow. You know, those guys have to apply physics and mathematics every single day. They also have to apply knowledge about healthcare for their animals and nutrition for their animals and what they need to stay away from. So, Kenny, whatever you do, put your whole heart into
I'm with
it.
you.
They're
I'm with you.
they're all honorable things. I think one thing we're seeing is it's very difficult to get your HVAC unit worked on with somebody who is offshore.
No, you're right. You're
And
right.
you can't build with people from offshore. And, you know, as long as we build things, they are going to break down.
And as far as ag goes now, ag, and I say this all the time, there's so many different avenues with ag.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
you're
it's
not
just unbelievable. We will be right back.
We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors is turning it up with some incredible giveaways. 2 VIP tickets to the Morgan Wallen Sand in My Boots Festival, 2 tickets to see Blake Shelton live, and 2 tickets to the legendary Talladega Super Speedway. Don't wait. Enter now at calldixie.com. It's fast, easy, and free. Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors, bringing you comfort and unforgettable memories since 1908.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
At High Point Insurance Group, we're here for all of life's milestones.
Like when you finally step into your dream home.
And when you drive off in that dream car, we've got you covered.
Or when you hit the water with your new boat.
We're by your side.
High Point Insurance Group.
Protecting you through all of life's high points.
Craving something convenient and delicious? Well, head over to Lake Martin Pizza Company, Highway 63 in Alex City. Lake Martin Pizza on 63 is always serving up mouth-watering pizza made from the freshest ingredients. From classic pepperoni to their signature specials loaded with fresh vegetables and savory meats. There's something for everyone in the whole family. The cozy, heated outdoor dining area is the perfect spot to enjoy a meal together and enjoy live entertainment. Or grab yours to go. Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63, where great food and great times are always just a slice away.
Yeah, come on back in here and join us. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Tyler and Kenny and Scott.
Barbara,
Good morning, Miss
that
Barbara.
You are well worth the wait to get you on the line. Good morning to you, young lady.
Oh, listen, I do appreciate this conversation more than you could ever know, both mentally, but what disturbs me is the physical impact of all of us using the telephone, using our cell phone. For example, even two adults, a couple, Sunday, I happened to see them come out of the restaurant. Their heads were lifted, but it wasn't long as they were walking on the sideline that the wife had her phone looking down. The husband got out his phone looking down. They went to the car and got in. But our children walk around all the time with their chin to their chest looking at their cell phone. And I'm so worried about the physical statue of our people coming up today. Or they're in the car looking at their videos, the children, about having them look there rather than look out and see where you're going and know where you are. But anyway, that's also an issue. Thank you for letting me.
Well, Miss Barbara, Miss Barbara, before you get off, I want to add another dimension to that. This whole concept of Chat GPT and AI, that's a massive problem that's just going to contribute another dimension to this, and I think it's going to be a huge dimension.
What's that?
Chat GPT, artificial intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
I think it came to light pretty quickly after it got launched by Sam Altman. A girl at LSU that was a freshman on the gymnastics team bragged on her social media account about what a great job AI did writing her essay for her. Well,
oh, no.
Oh, yeah, it happened. It made national news. And then, where's creativity gonna come from if we all rely on somebody who programmed a computer, an algorithm, a computer to tell us how to think?
Yeah.
It's also very interesting. It's just like Oppenheimer, after the two atomic bombs that they built, Fat Boy and Little Man. I
love this guy.
After they wrote that, I think almost all the nuclear scientists that went into making those bombs signed a petition saying we wish we'd never done it.
Really?
And Sam Altman and the guys that made AI wrote down in the industry, they said, look, this poses just as much risk to civilization as does the next pandemic, nuclear holocaust.
Wow.
This could result in the ability of humans to no longer be able to think.
Mm-hmm.
So, Barbara, I think you're spot on with your concern about that.
Well, thank you so much for bringing all this to light. It's been about time we had some of this serious discussion, and maybe other people will get on board and realize at least get outside. Kenny does every day, and Scott does when he can, and I do every day, just to get outside and enjoy nature, find some other way to track our brain and release the brain, let the brain rest and stand up straight and notice things,
Hey, Barbara, let me just say this. You're talking about kids, adults looking down at their phones. I'm a person that when I'm walking anywhere, I'm looking at somebody that I don't know, to smile at them. Hey, how you doing? Well, if they got that dead blank, you know what? I may get whipped one of these days because if they don't pick that head up and take it out of that phone and say, hey, here, let's talk. Good morning.
Or you're in Walmart and somebody's talking, you think they're talking to you.
I'll let you finish the conversation. I didn't mean to monopolize this segment, but thank you very much. And Dr. Tyler, always thank you what you've meant to our community all these years and continue to be a leading force in our community, medical community. And I'm proud of all three of you. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Barbara. Thank you, ma'am. Class act right there.
Yes.
How many children have not drowned because of her?
You know what? You're exactly right.
That's one of the things that we preach all the time. There's so much water around us. Every single child should know how to swim.
Pretty much, we used to, pretty much kids that get in trouble in the water, on the lake during the summer, or people, they're not from here.
No,
Because
they're
if
not.
you grew up here.
You got respect for water.
Yeah, and like I worked for her for I don't know how many summers, and took my life-saving courses under her, and had to save her in the diving well, and I didn't do it right one time. and
What's
she
a
got drunk.
excuse me, what's a diving well?
Where the diving boards are.
They have 3-meter boards. You got to go about 12 feet down.
Yeah. And
Wow.
But you know, at the Russell Pool, they had 3
Yeah.
diving boards.
You
Now,
have
that
an
we call
Olympic
that the
swimming
diving well.
pool with lanes.
That's always
and
just
then you
got.
have the diamond.
I just always jumped off that little one.
I just
you
face
just called
first with your finger on your nose.
You just called it the deep end, didn't you?
Yeah,
The deep end.
the deep end.
The deep end, that's right.
I remember at the airport.
They had a pool out there.
The airport pool when I was a kid. When I learned how to swim, I thought I knew how to swim, so I just jumped in, and of course, the first thing I know, next thing I know, they got that long cane out there throwing it to me to grab on, and I did.
Yeah,
but
you
I've
did.
learned how to swim since. But you're right about Miss Barbara.
Yeah.
How many people has she saved?
We taught swimming lessons over there. I mean, we had them lined up.
But not just swimming lessons, life lessons.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you've done, Doc. Life lessons for these kids. Those little ones that are now 40 years old, yeah, they go look back. I know you probably have them come back and say, Doc, I remember you telling me this, and this is how I've tried to do. God,
That's a part of the advocacy mission.
You know,
It's not just about writing prescriptions for medications.
No.
It's about writing prescriptions about
For
how
life.
you need to think
Yeah.
and what kind of priorities do you need to set.
You know, when you're raising your kids and they skin their knee or they get hurt or
Yeah.
whatever, most of them go run to the daddy. Daddy, you hurt her.
Yeah.
Mine's like when my kids got in trouble. We lived across the street from each other. Is Dr. Eric at home? Is Dr. Eric at
Yeah,
home? I'm
yeah.
like, I don't know.
But I think about those 40 years, and they didn't have those 40 years ago. When did this start changing?
Actually, it was 2007 when Steve Jobs stood up in front of a crowd of people and said, look, let me show you a rectangle that's going to change the world. This rectangle right here is going to change the world. And the next big component of it was in 2010.
Pretty picture of your wife right there, too. Well,
Yeah, it is.
I'm surprised you don't have one of yourself right there.
No, that's not. If you won't let me put a picture of
Good
myself.
morning,
on
Fred.
there. But, you know, look, we have to make choices in our life.
You're right.
And prioritizing how you spend your time is one of those choices that we have to make. And, you know, there's a big feeling that we've lost interpersonal communications. Even language. Language is now morphing towards text language.
Yeah.
Which has got its own set of abbreviations. I don't even read that language. I don't understand what that language
I
is.
still don't have this right here, this eye contact.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't talk to people. That's where you feel them. You don't feel them in a text.
No.
You feel them when you're talking to them.
That's right.
If you think about trying to communicate with my beautiful wife, 60%
Yeah.
of what she says are not words.
Wow.
Not words.
Yeah.
It's her body language.
You know, in my world, people want to text. They don't. Just
Yeah.
text me. Just text me.
Yeah.
I love to talk.
Me too.
And I'll call
Me too.
people before I text them. They don't answer. I'm like, well, dadgummit, I got to text them. So I'll text them, and they won't answer the phone call, but they'll text you right back.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Why?
Why didn't you just pick up the phone? But hey, before you get off here,
yeah, he
because
did
time
come out here,
is,
so.
is getting away. I wanted to ask or let you talk about what's going on. You know, flu, measles, whatever. What are you seeing right now that's going on in the kids' lives as far as sickness?
Well, this has been a very long flu season. I think that if you look at the world of pediatrics, my training was mostly about trying to prevent infectious diseases because we didn't have such a safe and effective vaccination program. In the year of 1984 to 1985, I was the chief resident at Children's and was running critical care transport system and all the critical care units up there. And I was one of 37 residents, and personally I went out and transported back into eight young people that died of Haemophilus influenza meningitis. And in May of '84, May of '85, a vaccine came out against it. I've not seen a vaccinated child get that disease.
Wow.
And pneumococcal sepsis was a big thing. So those vaccines really do work. But then there's after you have great success, over time, people begin to discount the risk. I very well remember 1963. You were not even here. Were you around
Oh,
in
yeah.
63? Okay.
Yeah.
Do
11
you
years
remember
old.
a big event in 63?
It wouldn't have been the polio.
It was a polio. Yeah. And,
Polio shot.
When it wasn't a shot.
No, the sugar cube.
cube.
Yeah.
Salk and Sabin both had vaccines. One of them was inactivated, and that's the one we use now, and the other one was a live oral attenuated, means weakened, or it's not going to cause many problems
That
for
sugar
somebody.
cube.
And every medical association in every county had the responsibility of immunizing their family. My family was all over that because my mother spent about 2 weeks in an iron lung.
Really?
With polio when she was young. And, an iron lung was what they had back before they intubated people and gave positive pressure. It was negative pressure ventilator. You put somebody's torso in there and it put pressure and it's basically opened your lungs for you so you could breathe.
Wow.
She spent 2 weeks in there and it was nothing to see these beautiful women that had permanent, debilitating, crippling disease where they couldn't walk.
Right.
They were walking around with polio braces on.
Oh, yeah.
You and I both have memories of that.
Sure. I'm looking at a girl right now I grew up with. But you didn't see many of them, though, Doc.
Well, not after 63 because we all lined up 2 months apart, did it 3 times, and we got our sugar cube, and we got protected. But, right now, because vaccination levels have dropped since the pandemic, polio has been found in wastewater samples in 6 counties in New York State.
Wow.
And,
polio.
We had Alabama back in October experienced an outbreak of whooping cough. Started at Auburn High School, a bunch of unvaccinated young people, and now whooping cough has been tracked in 15 counties, according to our public health contact. And then you have this outbreak of measles that's hit Texas and Nevada. Over 140 cases, and one unvaccinated child died of measles. And now somebody out in Texas thinks it's a great idea to have a measles party, not remembering that you can survive measles, but then have a chronic, debilitating brain injury afterwards.
Wow.
That comes up weeks afterwards.
Thank you for coming out here. Thank you for what you've done for all of our community for 40 years. Look forward to seeing you back out here real soon. We ain't finished with this conversation.
No.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Oh, I got me a menu today. I'm talking about Coons Corner breakfast going out the door right now. Fried pork chops for lunch, which starts at 10:30. Turnip greens, mac and cheese, squash casserole, purple hull peas, and bread pudding at Coons Corner Deli, Hillaby Street, Alexander City.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you, always.
Obituaries this morning brought to you by Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. Helen Stewart Denny, Nani of Alexander City. Her a graveside service will be held on Tuesday, March 4th at 11 a.m. at Hackneyville Cemetery. Mr. Randy Anderson will be officiating Miss Denny's graveside service. Miss Robbie Van, 81 of Alexander City. Her memorial service will be on Saturday, March 8th. At 2 p.m. at the Chapel of Radney Funeral Home. Our hearts and our thoughts and prayers go out to all these families who have lost loved ones, and obituaries brought to you by Radney and Langley Funeral Home, and we'll be right back.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City. Caring Transitions of Lake Martin, located in the old DHR building in downtown Dayville. Owner Brandy Weaver wants you to experience the Caring Transitions difference, providing local and national relocation, packing and resettling, downsizing and decluttering, liquidation, online estate auctions, traditional estate sales. Call Caring Transitions of Lake Martin today, 334-703-5050.
Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor on Highway 280 is ready for the new year, and there's never been a better time to save. With no payments till March on many Mahindra tractors. Inventory is great, and you can save big on remaining 24 models with 0% financing up to 84 months with approved credit. And you'll see the New Year's best deals on Spartan mowers, still with 0% terms. Get the New Year's best prices and terms now at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic aioli. Grilled or fried. Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Fried chicken and wontons and teriyaki glaze and an egg roll. Some people think the Zaxby's Sensation Salad is too delicious to be a salad. Yep, that's why we call it a salad. The Zaxby's Sensation Salad. Zaxby's.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Well, they call him Bat. Bat Masterson. Some folks call him Miranda. George Miranda, director of the Cancer Center, right here in Alexander City. Does have a little limp this morning.
I did.
I can see it. Looks like it's bothering you. Is it hurting a little bit?
It's hurting a little bit.
Yeah.
You can tell in his face.
Yeah, I mean, really.
I always look this way.
At this early in the morning.
Yeah.
Not at the Cancer Center. Not at the Cancer Center.
No,
you don't
I'm
look
always,
that way because I see you dealing with people.
It's my happy place.
Well, and you and I have talked about this, George. Being around it, seeing you going out there for all these years, bragging about it, but now being there a little bit more than we want to with Ellen, I see what I've been talking about. Wow, and it just makes me feel good that we've got that cancer center, that UAB Cancer Center, right here, and I look at all the people from Angie Strickland to whoever we see last.
Right.
You got to have those people in place.
Isn't it great to be greeted by Angie Strickland when you come in the door?
It means everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to say she knows 9 out of 10 folks that come through that door.
Oh, yeah.
And we say this all the time. You mentioned George Miranda. Good morning, George. All of a sudden, you kind of you pick your head up and say, you know, she remembered my name.
Yeah.
A name means a lot.
I hope she remembers my name.
Well, Mr. Smith, I can see it right now when he walks in. Mr. Smith, good seeing you this morning.
Who are you?
We'll be right
Turn
with
around.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, and then as you know, the three angels back in the infusion center, Angie Walls, and Lauren Hahn, and Misty Hunt. You can't feel better cared for than the way they care for you.
Well,
the TLC.
I guess, you know, we went there yesterday for fluids, which Ellen needs. But we walk in, they get her seated. Then most time a cancer patient gets cold, and you know, can we get you a blanket? Well, when they bring those blankets out of that special oven area and lay them on you, Ellen just, you know, she just instantly gets. Number one, it comforts you. It makes you relaxed.
Yeah,
and it warms you up too.
We have a blanket warmer, so
Yeah.
it warms the blanket up when you put on. It feels like your mama is hugging.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what they said. It feels like you just got a big old hug, and that's what those girls do out there. And we can't thank them enough for how they take care. Not just Ellen, but we're involved in it right now. But I see how they take care of everybody.
Yeah,
it's not just one person.
Everybody that comes in that door is a VIP.
Yeah, exactly right.
We treat them all like they're the only person on earth, because that is such a vulnerable place to be. It's such a scary place to be, and the more security, the more safety we can build around you, the better you're going to do. As we've talked about before, the mind game, the attitude is probably at least more than half of the battle.
I agree with you. Yeah. You know, you talk about Lauren, and I just love Lauren. I knew her mom and all her kin, but when you know you're in small town USA, you're in that cancer center I'm talking about right now, when they know exactly what kind of cookies that you want, that snack. Yeah. When they bring those out, you know, those cookies, that blanket with that warm blanket's one thing, but when she brings out those special chocolate chip cookies for Ellen, that puts a big smile, because she knows what she can eat, what she can't eat, what she can drink, what she can't drink. Right. You want it cold, you want it hot, you want it warm. So, you know, they know all that, because they get to know you after, you know, you got months you're dealing with them.
Right. Well, that's the great thing. Also, the difficult thing about being in cancer care is it's not like the emergency room where you come and you go, right? We build relationships with these patients over weeks and months, sometimes years.
Right.
We get to know their family, they get to know our families. So we become very close. And I encourage that. I don't like that old concept of professional distance. You know, the old school doctors will say, well, we don't get involved, you know. That's not our attitude. We do get involved. We get enmeshed.
I go to Dr. Mentor right now. Dr. Mentor, maybe we'll see him in his office, or Tiffany or someone there. Then all of a sudden he's back there, whether you get the infusions, back there checking on you. So yeah, it's family.
It is.
It's truly family then, because they're dealing with something. They want you to get well. They want to. They don't want to see you anymore. Right. I mean that kind of.
If I may paraphrase the musical, we're the best little cancer center in Alabama.
Yeah, and that means a lot. I always use this name right here, my old buddy Doc, Randy Dawkins from Riverbank. When he had to go out there, of course, with his case, that was maybe a little bit unusual, but he goes right across the road to get whatever he needs to get it done, and he can go right back to work. That means a lot.
It does.
I mean, that's just.
Yeah.
But I just think, you know, I know folks go all over the place, but you know, when you don't have to go anywhere but right here, that traveling time, oh my goodness,
especially when you don't feel well.
No,
right?
no.
So
you don't feel
that's my MO. I mean, my vision is to be able to deliver all the cancer care you need in Alex City. Now, there are some things we can't do, obviously, because of size, because of the population. We just don't have enough people getting cancer to, for instance, have a lung surgeon, right?
Okay. Never thought about that.
Yeah, we just, to have the number of patients that would take to sustain certain subspecialties, it just doesn't exist here. So there are some things we just, we are limited in what we can do. There's a little bit of technology that we don't have. We're the first to tell you that this is not the place to get this treatment. You really need to go to UAB or East Alabama. But if we can do it, we do it well, and we want you to come here, because the driving 25 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour and a half to get your care is a miserable time in the car, as you know.
To and from.
Yeah.
Hey, but I think about what you just said about, I think it will be ready to use this month, the new MRI.
Yes.
I know they'll be talking.
Yes.
We'll be having Mabry Cook or somebody on to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't want to
month.
steal his thunder.
No, but that's huge.
Is it open or closed?
My understanding is the bigger.
It's open and closed.
It's 90% bigger.
Yes.
Because I
90% bigger.
This is a 70-centimeter opening. It's like almost, well, I don't do geometry well, but it's almost twice as big.
Yeah.
Will I fit in it?
Well, they
I know, because
we waited too long now.
I know. Your butt looks fine in those jeans.
Baby got
you
back.
will fit.
But my goodness,
you will fit. Yes, you will.
Going into those things just drives me insane.
Well, it's not as loud as the old school ones.
The loudness is not it. It's just
and it's
bigger.
It's a much bigger, and the quality of the imaging is great. In the old days, you had to use certain coils for pictures, and one of the worst ones was if you had to have a pelvic exam, you had to have a rectal probe in there. Most people don't enjoy that.
I'm too young to be hearing all this.
The new, your day's
hang
coming.
around. Your day's coming.
The new machine doesn't need that, so we get these incredibly beautiful pictures of the prostate, of the pelvis, without having to add any other coils to you, right? The breast, same thing. Be better pictures, less invasive. We're going to be able to do, now this is going to require some training for our radiologists, but we'll be able to do breast, MRI breast biopsies, which we've had to send people to Birmingham for before. Cool. Yeah, and so I got two more things we need to buy after that, but we can talk about it.
Hey, Ellen, when she had to get her, she could have got, if that MRI machine had been here then, we wouldn't have had to go to Birmingham.
Right.
So that's how far they've come. Long way, baby. We'll be right back. Carlisle, downtown Alexander City, is where it's going to be happening today. Carlisle, let me tell you something. You like good sweet tea, they got it. Lime freeze. What's your favorite drink in there, Scott? Do you have a favorite drink?
Well,
a lot of folks do.
I like the lime freezes, but I always get sweet tea just because, I'm pretty sure the sweet tea has just as much sugar in it, but I like both of those. But I was there the other day, and I got the chicken salad and pimento and cheese
tuna
combo.
Okay, yeah.
The two different salads on there. It comes with grapes and sliced tomatoes and pickles and a sliced egg, and it was very good. And
well, you health nut.
No. I just if I like it, I eat it. It doesn't have to be healthy.
Carlisle, downtown Alexander City.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret, an affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practicing criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word AND.
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or in Montgomery, 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Trying to dress like you today. My vest on.
Trying to dress like me today. Yeah. George Miranda with us out here this morning with
just
bad,
call me Mini-Me.
Bad knee and all.
Yeah.
Cancer Center. We're talking about the UAB Cancer Center, which is part of the campus of Russell Medical that just continues to grow. It's unbelievable. It really is.
Yeah. And we still plans for more.
Yeah.
Plans for more. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
Some as far as number, and I know we've talked about this before, but I think we need to let folks, is there 20 folks that work in the Cancer Center or more than that?
25.
25.
Yeah, including the physicians.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah. But, you know, I guess being out there and watching Angie greet folks, and then sometimes out there about lunchtime, all of a sudden I walk in there, maybe Ellen's getting her fluids and nobody's in there. It looks kind of crazy, but a lot of times I guess people not scheduled at that time. So I like to go in there when I hate to see a lot of folks in there, but I like to see a lot of folks.
Yeah. Well, I think also, you know, they come and they go. We're trying to get them moving. We try not to have anybody wait more than 10 minutes in the waiting room. And
Never thought about that because I
usually
guess we
pretty good.
never had to wait.
Yeah, we'd like to get you in. Ideally, we wouldn't need a waiting room.
Yeah.
Plan well.
Yeah.
And then once we want you to get in, want you to get out, and then the ladies are really calm and really, they create a relaxed atmosphere.
You're right.
There may be something going on that, and you won't be aware of it.
Right.
Because they keep their cool, but like someone's having some distress, nobody in there knows it because they handle it so well. So it's an incredible bunch of nurses. So.
You talk about them being calm. You think about you talk about the person who walks in there. They're probably not having a good day, not having a good day at all. So they're already the comfort level is down. So we're talking about those warm blankets, but you also got to think about folks that are having an issue with just not feeling good, and then they're making them feel good. Hey, if you don't mind, I'm gonna step right out. If you'll continue this conversation.
Yeah, no problem.
I got a wipe.
I did say there were three things I wanted. Like I said, my goal is we do as much as we can here in Alex City. And so we got the MRI. That was number one. I'm excited about that. Next two things we got to focus on is a new PET CT, because right now we're having to send people to Opelika or to Sylacauga for that. And we have a PET. There's nothing wrong with it. It's about 25 years old, but it works like a charm.
Right.
But insurance won't cover that anymore because they now require, because the standard of care now is a PET with a CT in cancer care.
Right.
So we need to replace that, and then after that,
Give me a call, Mike McCaleb.
Yeah, please do.
Just say, go ahead and buy one of those.
He knows he's got the money. He's been to his house, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know. I just call Mike.
Call Mike, see if you can go ahead and get that. And then the third thing will be getting a new linear accelerator for radiation. So we have about 4 more years left before ours is end of life.
Right.
And it's a great machine. It's a workhorse. But at that point, we won't be able to get it serviced anymore, so we'll need to upgrade. And I'm excited about that because the next machine we'll be able to do brain radiosurgery with. And then you won't have to go to Birmingham. Well, you will have to go to Birmingham because we don't have a neurosurgeon. But we'll be able to do some things that previously you had to travel for. Again, anything we can do here is I want to do here.
Right. You've been here how long now? How many
4.5 years.
4.5 years. So if you hadn't met George, you need to meet him. But pretty much everybody in town's met you, I think. There's a lot of folks.
It feels like it.
I know, because everywhere I go and you go, there we are. Always, if there's because we're kind of social butterflies and stuff. But you came here from the Atlanta area, right?
Correct.
And did you work in a cancer center over there?
I did.
I never have asked that.
Yeah, I started as like the social worker and then became assistant director of the cancer center and then director of the cancer center. And then became cancer center director emeritus when Emory took over.
You're right.
They invited me to come down here to work or look elsewhere anyway. And best thing that ever happened.
I know. You got to come down here and on this highly sophisticated TV show and all that, meet all these folks and in the lake. And
it's great. What a beautiful community. I never would have known.
Right.
It's a great place to be. It's a great place to work. I got a great team I work with. I got the most incredibly brilliant doctors.
Yeah, we got some great doctors here. We just had one leave a few minutes ago, Dr. Tyler. Been here 40 years.
Yeah.
But it's my mom had a little bout with cancer, and she was out there back. It's been way before you came, and always been pleased with what's going on out there. And I'm not really. We didn't know we were going to be doing this one-on-one.
I got
here.
a couple things.
Yeah, I was making sure how much time we had here.
Okay.
And go ahead.
We'll hear the music.
Yeah, that's right.
So March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and we always encourage folks, if you're 45 or over, average risk, you need to go get a colonoscopy. Now, nobody wants to do that, I know.
Well, it's the prep.
It's the prep, yeah.
The test is not bad.
The test is not bad because you're like in
you don't know where you are,
you're drugged up, but it's the prep. The prep has gotten better than it used to be. Whoever came up with the name Go Lightly for their stuff that was a vicious joke. But now you do it, you drink about half the amount of fluid.
I know.
Yeah. If you really just aren't going to do that, then go to your doctor and talk about the Cologuard test. It's a DNA-based test. It's not as accurate as a colonoscopy, but it's pretty close. If it comes back positive, you still need to get a colonoscopy. But, so I'd just say go ahead and take care of it. The other thing, March, is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. And there is a statewide initiative called Operation Wipe Out Cervical Cancer. And we want to get involved with that. I got a meeting on the 19th of March with a bunch of leaders in the city to talk about what do we want to do about cervical cancer in Tallapoosa and Coosa counties.
Right. One of the things y'all used to do, I don't know if you've done it the past couple of years, is the prostate cancer. For $10, all them you could go out on. It was a certain Friday of the one time of the year and go out there, and I did that over the past several years, but I didn't.
Yeah, the American Urology Association would prefer you go to see your doctor and discuss PSA testing with them rather than do these kind of open screenings. So we've not done that lately, but we're looking at that again.
Well, they got me out there to get tested. It's hard, I would always get a phone call. Hey, you got to come out here today. And I'm like, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
But I hear the music. Well, go ahead.
Well, I just think it's an easy way to get into it.
Sure.
If you're uncomfortable going to the doctor, if it's a little threatening, go to a screening and we'll start from there.
Right. Well, we hear the music, and we thank George Miranda for being out here, and we'll have him back out here again today. Again, in the next few weeks. Yeah. I hope that cane is not something you're going to have for a while.
No, I'm getting an x-ray today. Dr. Mockler, incredible doctor. She's my doctor. She's having me get an x-ray, and she's going to let me know what she thinks. So.
Yeah, any sudden movements at our age can be difficult.
Yeah, like I said, I think I was just putting on my sock, and I bent over too quick.
Oh, goodness. All right, we'll be right back. We're talking about Russell Medical Center. Doc's Cafe, located out there at Russell Medical Center on Highway 280. They're serving breakfast right now, 6:30 to 9:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. You got lunch 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Some of the best lunches you're going to get.
Great price.
Great price. Well, even more on the price is if you mention to them that you heard about them on the front porch, they're going to give you a whopping 10% discount on your lunch that day. So go see the fine folks out there at Doc's Cafe. They have something good every day. The salad bar is tremendous. Yeah. The salad bar is one of the best ones probably in the Southeast.
But Ruby Tuesday's a shame.
It does. It does. It's a great salad bar, great food. Go see everybody at Doc's Cafe.
Hello, this is Scotty Gordon at Cornerstone Insurance. Are you tired of paying too much for your home and auto insurance? If so, give us the opportunity to help you. At Cornerstone, we have 3 goals for all of our clients: asset protection, affordable pricing, and superior customer service. Come by and give us a call today to see what we can save you. 153 Alabama Street, 256-409-2299.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Let's get serious, Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Jesse Henderson, owner of Henderson Glass on Dayville Road in Alexander City, says give them a call today for a price. 256-234-5464. They do auto, commercial, residential, showers, shower enclosures, mirrors, tabletops. It's all about glass. So I'm seeing clearly if you are. Again, that number to call is Henderson Glass, Dayville Road, 256-234-5464. Integrated Massage of Alexander City is located at 119 Madison Street behind the old Chamber of Commerce. Destiny Goble is the owner, says come on out for outcome-based treatment plans, pain relief, focused areas, relaxation, cupping therapy, hot stones. Remember, rewind, reset, recover. Make an appointment today at Integrative Massage of Alexander City, 256-252-7644. Let's talk about the weather right now. It's about 48 degrees right now, starting out pretty nice. Partly cloudy. I'm just looking outside. 77 for a high today. And let's talk about tonight. That's when things are going to change. 54 degrees low, but thunderstorms. Folks, all I got to say is just be careful. The winds are not looking good at all for tonight, so please just keep an eye on the weather. It should be out of here by mid-morning. I'm talking about 2 or 3 o'clock. It should all be gone, but the high winds are what we need to be concerned with. 61, 37 tomorrow, 61 and 40 and sunny on Thursday. Going in the weekend, really a low to mid-70s each day, 57 Friday night, 47 Saturday night, about a 50-50 chance of rain on Saturday. Sunday, mid-60s, 44, really no rain to speak of. There's your 5-day forecast brought to you by Time Gun Pest Control, Highway 280 in Alexander City. Yeah, that's right. It's time to talk. It's time to talk to rodeo with my buddy out here, Mr. Galen. Galen Hurt, how in the world are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Appreciate this opportunity, Kenny.
This is not, literally, Galen, this is not your first rodeo. Galen Grace with us this morning from Montgomery Rodeo. You've dealt with the ag, you've dealt with Roger Vines. Did you ever sing any songs with Roger?
No, I don't
You
sing.
answered that real quick.
I don't sing.
But being involved in what you've been involved in all these years, it's just been your life, and then traveling all over the United States too. What's your favorite state?
If I wasn't in Alabama,
Yeah,
it'd
yeah.
probably be Texas.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Any particular reason? Just the enormity of it, or?
There's so much to do there.
Yeah.
And the weather, and I have extended family in the Panhandle of Texas. So, but
Were you born and raised in Alabama?
Walker County,
Walker County.
Jasper, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but I've missed this rodeo
Haleville?
4 times since it started in
Really?
1958.
58, man. I remember as a kid going to the rodeo. I'm talking about Garrett Coliseum.
Yes, sir.
So the Garrett Coliseum opened in 58?
It actually opened, I think, in 56 or 57. The first thing there was Hank Williams.
You know what?
Actually, before all the bleachers, the seats were put in, Hank did a performance there. But 1950.
Well, that had to be early 50s if Hank Williams was there.
Yeah, when it was built, it was the largest clear span facility in the world.
Unbelievable.
You could sit in every seat.
Unbelievable.
And, it's been remodeled, redone. Finally, after all these years, they put an elevator in.
Really? Really?
Yeah. So,
I guess I'm surprised. I guess I've never thought about that, an elevator. I already thought that would probably, I guess I would have thought that was already there.
Nope.
Your involvement with the Southeastern Livestock Exposition Rodeo this year is what? It's the 14th through the 16th. Your involvement is what?
I've been a member since 1995.
30 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I volunteered a number of years, but I did all the announcing for the junior livestock shows and the open cattle shows for better than 30 years. I retired from that. I just moved up this year as president-elect of the association. So
let me ask you something. Do you think young folks involved in the rodeo has grown or declined over, let's just say, the last 30 years?
Well, it went down. My thinking on that, it's come back real strong because of Yellowstone on TV and
wow, never thought about that.
And the Cowboy Channel.
Okay,
has,
yeah.
Done it.
RFD TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Southeastern Livestock was started by cattlemen and people in the horse business in the state in 1958, the first year they had the rodeo, to do a fundraiser to support youth agriculture in the state of Alabama, mostly in the livestock business. But that's our mission, is to use the funds that we gain to put back into the youth programs.
Right.
So we're starting tomorrow with a dead run from now till the 16th.
They're game on right now.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. It's they're moving. The dirt's moved in. The sheets are put up. So
I saw that. I saw them doing
tomorrow we'll have youth from all over the U.S. in for livestock judging competition.
Right.
I know there's one group from a college in Wyoming that are coming in.
Really?
So we have over 400 youth there, 4-H, FFA, and those kids will be in competition.
Let me ask you something about FFA and 4-H we were talking about earlier. Have you seen that grow over the years?
Yes.
I love to see. I love that answer. I love to hear that it is growing.
It has, because all of agriculture took a dive for a number of years because folks just didn't want to do it. You know?
Young folks didn't want to do it, or
right.
Really?
They didn't see the opportunities out there. You know, when the techie business started, that was the direction a lot of them wanted to go. But now it's back. 4-H numbers are up. FFA numbers are up. And if you look at like the programs that we have coming in for the next 10 days, You know, it's awful expensive for the youth to have this livestock,
right,
and horses, but if you look at the numbers of junior rodeos, we start Friday. We'll have the Alabama Junior Rodeo. We sponsor them and pay for the facility there at Garrett Coliseum for them to have. We call it a shootout. So Friday we'll have Junior Rodeo. Saturday we'll have Little Britches Rodeo, and Sunday we'll have the high school rodeo.
You know, I think about people that are involved with, let's just say horses. I think about, because we've had several out here, Robert Reams, who's very much involved.
Great guy.
Oh, super nice. But I look at their daughter, Addie, and I believe she's a senior this year, but I've kept up with her the last couple of years. When I see a young person that committed, not just one day a week, every day of the week, that tells me something about that person. And then you want to keep up with them for the next 10, 20 years to see what they did with their life. I think that their future is bright.
That's been one of the things that keeps me going, working with the junior programs, and to watch them evolve into adults that are out, you know, supporting agriculture and doing all that. But when you look at the kids today, to be competitive, you got a lot of money invested in animals.
Oh boy, and especially horses.
And exactly.
Hey, hold on. Hey, me and Galen, we're not going anywhere. You know, it's not gonna be near enough time to him to cover everything he wants to. So I'm gonna hush. We're gonna take a commercial break. We'll be right back. The Mitchell House, well, it's located over in Dadeville, Alabama. You know, I think about events. We think about whether it's a small event, it's a larger event. Now, she can handle up to about 200 folks with that addition to the Mitchell House. So if you're looking at a small event or a big event, you just found it. It's been there since 1835, just been added on to. Go to MitchellHouseEvents.com for more information.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone, 256-750-0381, or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
Benton, clearing, and grading is Cody and LD Benton. They got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton, clearing and grading.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Thunderbolt and Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
We didn't tell you the rest of the story about Galen Grace. Was just inducted into the Auburn Ag Hall of Honor, which doesn't surprise me one bit. The one and only Galen Grace out here with us talking about the rodeo coming up.
How did you get that info?
Well, I'm kind of sneaky. I love to do surprises on folks. But, you know, just knowing you, Robert Reams introduced me to you, and he thinks the world of you. I wish we had more Robert Reams and families like that involved in agriculture. And I think you said it is growing.
Yeah. You know, back to my reason, part of it for being here is the Southeastern Livestock Expo Rodeo coming up the 14th through the 16th in Montgomery at the Gary Coliseum. Our rodeo is now ranked in the top 10% of over 700 PRCA rodeos in the nation. And part of rodeo being, like you and I were talking about a while ago, is based on Yellowstone and the Cowboy Channel and RFD. But I think probably if you looked at the people that buying the most tickets are females.
Really?
Now they may be buying them for the family or their husband or whatever, but if you watch any of the Cowboy Channel and the major rodeos, as the camera pans around, you can see the majority of those people are 18 to 35-year-old women.
Wow. That's good for the future.
Yeah.
To me, that's the way I look at it.
They want to put their Daisy Dukes and their boots and hats on and come in rodeo.
Sure.
But we'll have the top contestants coming in because of our payout. We put added money in for the contestants, and you will see a lot of the folks that make it to the National Finals Rodeo.
Which is that in Wyoming?
It's in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, that's right.
The National Finals, yeah. It's the first week of December. So those guys come in to compete, and they do it because of the stock that comes in. We contract with Frontier Rodeo Company out of Oklahoma, and their lead person and manager is Donnie Gay, is 8-time world champion bull rider. And he does part of the commentary there at our rodeo. But if you want to see the top-notch people, You can purchase your tickets through our website. Go online and order your tickets. We have a Friday evening performance at 7, Saturday at 2 o'clock matinee, Saturday evening at 7, Sunday afternoon, I think at 1.
Two?
Two.
I'm showing 2 on this right here. Yeah.
2, okay. But prior to that, from tomorrow, every day except Monday, we'll have something going on.
At Garrett
Junior
Coliseum.
shows, horse shows, team roping at the Crawford Arena down back of Garrett Coliseum, Junior Beef Expo, Junior Dairy Expo, Junior Swine Expo. Those are all free. You bring the kids to come out to see them. Wednesday night of next week, we do a miracle rodeo for folks with disabilities.
Wow.
So we bring them in and put on a mini rodeo.
I'll be
Let them
darned.
get on the dirt.
Good for y'all.
And raise money for programs around. So it's just a 10 days of wide open. This year we've added a horse sale. So Friday.
With auctioneers and everything?
Yeah. Friday evening we have a meet and greet there at the Teague Arena at the facility. And Saturday morning we have viewing the horses. I think they get about 70 consigned for the horse sale, and it's at 12 on Saturday this week. So it's bring the kids. It's family oriented.
Always has been.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think about, you said, well, how do I buy tickets? Well, it's real easy. They make it easy these days. SLE, Southeastern Livestock Expedition. SLErodeo.com. We've been promoting this. We'll continue to promote this. This is an all-American thing that we believe in. You've been, even with your line of work, you've been involved with ag all your life.
Yep.
Growing up in Walker County.
I grew up showing in Garrett Coliseum.
Really?
Showed steers there.
And then you're still showing.
Well,
showing up a lot.
Yeah, but you know, that's something that I've always said, and I said this when I was inducted Friday night in the Hall of Honor. I can't repay monetarily people that help me.
No.
4-H, FFA.
You're doing it right now.
So that's what I do. That's the reason I've volunteered and done these things. But you know, the rodeo means a lot to me. It's I grew up rodeoing, not to the level of our rodeo coming up the PRCA, but and roping, and so.
You got to be an athlete these days, or anytime. These girls and these guys,
yes,
they got to be athletes. Whether they're barrel racing or bull riding, they got to be an athlete.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that Southeastern Livestock Expo, we only have 150 members. You go to these other rodeos, San Antonio, Houston, they'll have 3,000 volunteers.
Yeah. Golly.
Now they do like 20 weeks, 20 days of the rodeo. But that's the thing about Southeastern Livestock Expo. We put on a top-notch rodeo to the level we have the CEO of the PRCA coming in this year to visit.
I'll be darned. Congratulations.
We've never had that. So, you know, buy your tickets before they sell out. Ticket sales right now is booming compared to what it has.
A lot of times spring break for kids works out, but it's not just that. The timing, it's a weekend. It's a weekend thing. It's Friday, 7, Saturday, 1, Saturday, 7. You got 2 on Saturday. And then the Sunday afternoon matinee at 2 o'clock. This is the real deal. I mean, you just said it all.
Indoors.
Indoors, exactly right.
Yep. And there's not a bad seat in the house. there's no columns in there that blocks your vision.
Yeah.
You can see exactly what's going on.
Again, tickets, SLErodeo.com, SLErodeo.com. Me and Mr. Galen, be right back. Chick-fil-A. You know, Lois Ann Murphy, good morning to you. You know, I think about a Chick-fil-A, I think about when I go through there, I think about those young folks that are the ones that are, I don't know, they're waiting on you with a smile. They, you know, it's all about service, and then the specials they run. And it's here. You think the rodeo's family friendly? Go by Chick-fil-A. If you've not been by Chick-fil-A in a while with your family, do it today. Highway 280, Alex City.
Here we go again, hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. New Chevy Silverado 4x4 LTZ crew cabs discounted up to $13,750 off. Brand new 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV with high-tech features, discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Wintertime in the South is mild compared to other parts of the country, but we still tend to be less active and spend more time indoors. Show your heart some love this winter by getting it checked out at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool.
Hey, we're Kevin and Courtney Hall. I'm a lifelong member of First Baptist Dadeville. My wife joined me after we got married. We really enjoyed First Baptist because it is a biblical congregation and very community-minded. Come join us.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Payne's Furniture, located in the heart of downtown Dadeville, Alabama, is rocking these days with a great selection of quality rocking chairs and Adirondacks, dining room tables, bedding, sofa sectionals, and even a Cinderella carriage bed frame. Donald Payne has been in the furniture business for decades. It's simple. If you don't see it, say, Donald, can you find it for me? That's Payne's Furniture, downtown Dadeville, Alabama. 256-825-7727 is the number.
let's wrap it up. I left a while ago, but today it's Fat Tuesday. Your Doc's menu that I didn't give you: Cajun turkey or crawfish etouffee, king cake, black-eyed peas, buttered rice, green beans. King cake, did I mention that again? Yellow squash, chicken, and sausage is your, gumbo is your soup of the day at Doc's Cafe. I ate there yesterday. Had the Philly meat, Philly steak meat is delicious. French fries, baked beans, and when you go by there today, tell May that works there goodbye. She's leaving, and she's been a great employee. So May, we're gonna miss you, but boy, you made a lot of folks smile there. Galen, thank you so much for coming out here.
Appreciate it.
Look forward to promoting this rodeo.
Purchase your tickets. Get in and see the best and largest PRCA rodeo in Alabama.
Will you come back out here and visit one of these days?
Anytime. Be glad.
Good deal. Hey, y'all have a great day. Watch out for the weather tonight. It could be just watch out.